I like to sing soulful stuff, you know, and like that was not soulful. And I knew as soon as I got up there, I had to sing that song. I was not happy with it. And
what's soulful? Well, give me a soulful song. Give me something that.
Like, you know, Aaron Neville, man. Like, I can hear your heartbeat from 1,000 miles. And when the heavens open up, every time she smiles. And when I think of her, it is where I belong. And I can't remember the words
Dude.
to this song.
So how you been?
I've been a little stressed out lately, man, not to lie.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and tell everybody your name.
My name is Marc Drescher.
And where are you from?
I'm from LA.
LA, originally born and raised? That's cool. I was checking out your Facebook page and saw that you have a lot of actors and a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
How do you know Ron Jeremy?
I met Ron Jeremy back in 2006, actually. The first time we ever met, there was an event in Houston going on. It was, you know, an adult film based event, you know, where they were doing, having a bunch of people going around town, dancing at the clubs, you know, doing premieres, you know, special events. And they were all based upon this one deal, I guess. Also, it was mixed up with another company called Ink Houston out there. So they were doing like a tattoo expo / porn convention, I guess you could say. It was a cool idea. And so I was there. I was working, actually I was working as a cameraman for the owner of Ink Houston. And he wanted me to film the show and stuff like that. So when I was there, I got to meet Ron Jeremy. And
that's like the first time you met him?
Yeah, the first time I ever met him there. I met him and like a bunch of people, like Jack Napier. He's been in the business a long time. Yeah,
so that's how you got involved with that?
Well, that's the first time I met him.
Oh, that's the first time you met him. You was already involved in like porn and all that?
Actually, no, not back then. A few years later, I got involved with it. And what I did was I started shooting content for non-nude model content for adult sites.
Okay.
Like photos and videos of the girls.
Just sexy pictures.
Sexy pictures, but non-nude. Like they would cover their private areas, you know?
Like, I'm like maybe kind of like barely a nipple here or something like that.
Yeah, and like, you know, stuff like that that people would want to see back then. We're talking back in like 2008, 2007, back when, this is before the huge porn hit all over the internet. This is back when girls could make a pretty healthy living along with their webmaster, when they had just a solo girl website with the girl with a bio and a bunch of pictures and videos, and like an area where they could chat back and forth, you know, with the customers, and customers would pay like a monthly fee to be a part of that website and communicate with that girl through the website, and it would be like a personal experience for each customer. So that's what it was geared for.
So that's probably where that web cam stuff started.
Actually, yeah, back then the webcam stuff wasn't even really big. Back then it was...
it was going on back then, but it wasn't big?
Not really. It wasn't even happening back then. It was just getting started. I would say the webcam boom probably, in my opinion, hit about 2009, maybe 2010. Because I remember when I was in LA, I was doing Stream8, which is a site that was pretty well known back then. I'm not too sure what's going on with it right now, but I worked with them. It was great because when you work in the adult film industry, you are, no matter what it is you might be doing, but if you're having sex on camera and getting paid, one way or the other, I guess you're a porn star, you know, or a male talent, so to speak.
That's the way I would see it.
Yeah, so I guess I would consider myself to be a male talent as well as director / producer, because I've done both. But I guess we could talk about that too. But I would perform with girls on webcam in my spare time when I wasn't working on sets. and the girls would come over. I would dress up the room, you know, into a nice set or whatever, and we would work on StreamMate. And what was really cool is when you're adult film related, like you're in the industry, you get to set up your chat room to where it's constantly a private show. And you're getting paid like $6 to $8 a minute, you know, a percentage of that to perform. And you're not having to get dressed every time people leave the room, and you know, have to undress every time they enter the room. It's just a constantly going show, and people are popping in, and every time a person pops in, they're paying like $6 to $8 a minute. So bling, 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 people pop it up in there, you know, 3, 4, 5 people at a time every minute. You're making bank.
Shit, yeah.
You know, that's good.
If you would perform longer than
you can,
10 minutes.
Well, and that's the trick. That's the trick, is being able to perform long enough.
But in the porn industry, don't they have like, I guess, I mean, I wouldn't even know what it's called, but I would think of like a magic pill or something.
Oh man, they got magic pills for everybody even nowadays.
Yeah, like,
you know,
magic cream or something, like something, right?
Tell you what,
to...
I would never mess with Viagra after I experienced these natural pills that are out here, because I was just curious, and you know, I'm not ashamed at all. I mean, I used them; they're great. I mean, they allow you to perform while not having to focus. Because, you know, as a man, you're trying to focus, and if you feel like she's not into it or whatever, you're like, you start to lose it a little bit, you know, even though it's not her, you know, it's you, because the pills help alleviate that problem. You're rock hard, man. You could write a book, and you could fuck, you know, while you're writing a book. I mean, there's no problem downstairs, you know, and it's great.
Pills do that.
Yeah, and another trick is lube, man. Nobody uses lube, man. I could go out and buy some silicone-based lube and fuck all day long, and
What's silicone-based lube? I mean.
Well, you know how you can go to the store and you can buy lube, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's water-based, alcohol maybe based, silicone-based. I'm not too sure what all they do, but silicone, you put a little dab and you're going for as long as you want. And it doesn't hurt the female, doesn't hurt you. You can literally go for hours and it feels fantastic. I don't know why everybody doesn't do it.
Yeah, so I was wondering, like, where can you find some of this silicone?
Anywhere. You can get it anywhere, at a sex shop or whatever, head shops, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I know back then with my ex, we would try different things, and we would go and buy that hot, cold, jet.
Water-based trash.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I was kind of curious.
No,
like, what
man,
is
it doesn't dry up like that. It doesn't dry up like that at all. You could put few drops in your hand, put it on your junk, do it for an hour, and you wouldn't even start to feel anything. You just a couple more drops, go at it even more. I mean, it's like, it's wonderful. I mean, I think I've had some of the best personal sex because of lube and pills, honestly, man, because I can offer what they want. I can do whatever position they want. I can go as long as they want, and I can come on demand, because you know, you just psych yourself out. You know, it's pretty much easy.
I kind of figured the porn industry had, you know, stuff like that, you know, to make people go longer and stuff. I was like, how the hell does an hour video?
It's really all up in here.
Yeah, but I mean, people that see the video, like, say for instance, okay, I'm sitting here watching an hour porn video, and it's like one of those movie type things, you know, cut, action, cut, stop, okay, do this, okay, turn here. So, you know,
you'd lose it, wouldn't you?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you getting into it. Yeah, all right, cut.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
well,
they have to be some kind of. And
actually,
then I know. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what. You want to let you a little secret. Even though they cut the scene, it doesn't mean the couple is not stopping.
Okay,
they're going to cut, but they're going to keep doing it because they want the feeling to go.
Okay.
So I mean, it was. When I remember the first time I was directing, I saw that. I was like, guys, cut, and they're like, okay, cool, and they kept fucking. I'm like, cut. They're like, no, we're good. Just let us, you know, we're just going to keep doing this, the motion, you know, the blood pressure, all that, you know, keep it going, and it's sexy, and they would make it sexy.
Yeah.
They just slow it down to passionate, and, you know, just wait for the next cue. And there's no fluffers. Let me just throw that out there. There's no fluffers, man.
And those are the people that go and...
There's no fluffers. I don't know if that's a myth. I've never seen one. I've never...
So you've been in, like, professional...
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. I've worked for West Coast Productions with Terry Burton. He is one of the biggest. He's one of the bigger directors that I've ever met and worked with in LA. And West Coast Productions. I mean, if you ever go into a store and you pick up a flick, it's gonna say a TB flick on it, some sort, TB ass flick, whatever. TB is Terry Burton. I mean, he's real well known.
To this day, you still know Ron Jeremy? Like, I mean, y'all like buddies or something? I mean,
if I called him, I'm sure he'd remember me. Yeah, if that's what you're asking, because like. I haven't talked to him probably since 2012. But if I called him, I mean, my name in the industry was Mark from the Dark. So that's not really a name I don't think you'd forget. Plus, we're both Jews. So we have a relationship as far as God is concerned, and I think he values that, and so do I. But yeah, I mean, I have his phone number. I can pick up the phone and try to call him right now. Do you want me to try to call him?
If you want.
Would that freak you out?
Not really, but that would be kind of cool.
He might not remember me, and if he doesn't, I'm going to be very embarrassed. But let's see. Let's see if he's. Yeah, still got his numbers. Let me see. I got his home and his mobile. Let's call his mobile. We'll see if he remembers me. This is a long time since I've called this number.
Yeah.
So whether it's his or not, I mean, I would think he's the type of person, he doesn't ever change anything. So
old fashioned.
Hello?
Ron?
Yes.
Hey man, it's Mark from the Dark. Remember me?
Mark from where?
Mark from the Dark.
Mark from the Dark.
Yeah, do you remember me at all? It's been probably about 5 or 6 years since I've talked to you.
Where did I meet you at?
We've met many times, actually. I've known you from PSK when you used to go up there. I used to run adulttalentregistry.com. I'm sure you might remember that.
You Adult Con?
No, adulttalentregistry.com, the social network, remember?
That was, well, Adult Con, that's, what's that? It's Renault, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Adult Talent Registry. ATR.
No, it sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, it's
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, not much, man. I'm actually just sitting here talking about adult film with one of my buddies here out in Austin. We're doing an interview, and he couldn't believe that I knew you. And I was just like, yeah, man, Ron and I don't know if you remember that time we sat and had breakfast at off Sunset at Mel's Diner. Do you remember that? And I'm Jewish like you, so yeah, we sat and we had breakfast. And you remember we met. We met the bassist for Scorpions that night. Do you remember?
No, I remember Mark from the Dark. I remember that name.
Yeah, it's just
I'm in a meeting now. I'm just kind of like trying to wrap around it, but yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm just doing an interview right now, man, with my buddy Eddie, and we were just wanting a little bit of input as what you thought maybe the adult film industry was going through right now. I was wondering if you had a couple words.
Right now, so you got to book it.
Yeah. Okay.
What is it? Radio, TV,
film? No, it's a video for YouTube.
All right. Can you give me a try in a couple hours? Let me just get the, because I'm still doing stuff.
Yeah, well, take care of your business, man. I might be able to get back to you. I'm not for sure yet, but it was good talking to you.
Nice to hear from you. I remember you a little.
Yeah, I'll see you again because I'll be back in LA soon anyway, and you'll remember me then.
All right, well, call and say hello.
I sure will, buddy.
Okay, man.
Take it easy. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Well, that's cool.
So now I know Ron. I mean, he kind of remembers me. I mean, it's been years, man, and he knows a lot of people. I mean, shit, he's famous. Yeah. I mean, how could you remember so many people? I mean, we only met a few times. We had lunch, or dinner, and I mean, you've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
So I mean, he just, he's getting old. He's got a memory. We used to have porn star karaoke, which was at a bar in North Hollywood, man, every week, and a bunch of the porn stars, including Ron Jeremy, would come out. And he would play the harmonica. It was pretty cool. Everybody would hang out and sing karaoke, and all famous porn stars, and there was industry press there. It was every week.
A big party, right?
Yeah, it was like a big party every week.
Picnic.
Yeah, and it was every week, man. It was lots of fun. And I used to go sing. I loved to sing, man. I was on national television back when I was in 2011.
Really? Like what? Like for singing?
Yeah, it was a show called Karaoke Battle USA. It was on ABC. Yep.
That's cool.
It was really cool. They filmed it in Vegas and filmed it on the Hollywood Strip, or on Sunset Strip at the House of Blues. And in Vegas, they filmed it at the House of Blues, Mandalay Bay Casino, and filmed some of it in the Foundation Room upstairs, where all the rock stars hang out and they perform in Vegas. And it was awesome time.
What song got you into the finals?
The song that got me into the finals was by Journey, a song called "Faithfully." You can find it on my YouTube.
That they took down. Oh.
Yeah, if I can just tell you, if you go and search for Mark from the Dark, M-A-R-C from the D-A-R-K, one word, space, Journey, space, Faithfully, on YouTube. Sorry, facials, thinking too much about porn. Anyway, no, just kidding. No facials here.
No facials.
No, I don't fly that way. Never. But No, man. You can catch me singing that
He
song.
doesn't like facials.
No facials. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. No facials. No
Well,
red eyes. You know what a red eye is, right?
I'm picturing something in my head, but
It's when a girl gets cum in her eye and her eye turns red. There's
That's
nothing
what I
she
was
can do about it
thinking.
for like 48 hours. And it's
That's what I
like,
was thinking
you know
in
what
my
she
head.
did? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been wild. It's been a wild and crazy ride, brother.
Yeah, I hear that. So these tattoos, they're just, I mean, do they represent anything? They're just tattoos? I mean.
Nah, this is nothing.
Just look like
Just-
biker style tattoos or anything?
I was riding for a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was riding when I was living in Houston. I was riding, joined a motorcycle club actually called the San Jacinto High Rollers, and became their sergeant at arms for the North Houston chapter. This is back in 2008. Yeah, 2008, I think it was. Yeah.
That's cool.
Did that for a minute. Yeah.
What kind of bike you have?
I had at that point, I had a Honda VTX 1800C. Bad motherfucker.
Sounds bad. I'm not too familiar with bikes, but
Yeah.
sounds like a nice bike.
Dude, let me just tell you, man. Oh my goodness, man. Now, I will say this. It's very lonely. But I also think it's very lonely everywhere I'm at when I'm lonely.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's with
And I'm-
anybody that feels lonely. You
and
feel
I'm lonely.
loneliness, yeah. If you feel
I'm
loneliness
very
in
lonely.
your heart, it's
I'm-
going to be lonely wherever you go.
I'm lonely right now, man. I'm lost. You know, I just went through a crazy situation, you know, for 5 years of wild, crazy shit, you know, and now that I'm in this situation, I'm just like, I can't decide what I want to do. Like, do I want to be a titty bar DJ? Do I want to run my karaoke business? Do I want to get in the used car sales business with my buddy when he becomes available soon? You know, do I want to get involved in adult film again? You know, do I want to be an entrepreneur in adult film? I've got all these different things, and they spread all across the United States.
That's a lot of talent.
I mean, I'm not bragging at all, man, but I've got skills because I sit there and I'm a nerd. I screw around on computers. I've been screwing around on computers since I was like 16, and I happen to learn how to use Photoshop. I happen to learn how to use Premiere. I happen to learn how to use Vegas. I happen to learn how to use the Office suites, and I happen to learn how to use shit because I used to download shit for free all day on the BitTorrents. Before that, there was IRC. I mean, I've been around forever, and I could get hold of free software. So I learned like a professional how to use shit because I'm a nerd, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing it. So
What are you happy doing? What are you most happy doing?
That is the greatest question you could have ever asked me, man. And let me tell you, it's passion. Passion is my drive. Passion is the most important thing. I don't care how skilled you are at something that you're passionate about. You're going to try to strive to be your best at whatever it is you're passionate about. I happen to be passionate about music and singing. I love making music, though I'm not that good at it, I don't think, but I really haven't applied myself because I really haven't had a drive because I'm not around like-minded people. I just can't produce alone. I'm lonely. I don't want to be at home doing production. I want somebody to be there with me and say, that's a great sound, man. Keep going with that. Cool, you like that? That's inspiring.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like, oh, yeah, okay. Instead of just sitting there, I wonder if, maybe I don't feel this. Maybe I'm just not, whatever, and I'll just erase the whole thing. And
Maybe
just say,
somebody won't like
fuck
this.
it.
Yeah, I heard
You know, it's just nice to be inspired and not be lonely. And I'm a singer. I love to sing, you know. So, I mean, I would love to have, people to work with. I just feel like this is my advice to myself. I feel like if you ever want to follow your dreams, the first thing you have to do is go where your dreams can be followed. For instance, if you want to be an actor, you got to go to LA. You can't just be in Nebraska or somewhere and say, I can't wait to be an actor, because you'll never be one, because they're not there. The agencies aren't there. The publicists aren't there. The companies that film aren't there. It's there. You have to be there. You know, if you want to be doing something that's related to fashion, you probably want to be in New York because the photographers are there. The fashion industry is there. All that's there. You know, and I'm thinking about that, and then I'm thinking, I just want to be a regular, everyday person, live in a regular, everyday town. I'm 42 years old. I have no children. I don't have a woman. I think I'm all right looking for my age. I think I'm a decent guy. You know, I'm a romantic. I'm passionate. I mean, I'm musical. I'm funny. But I don't see myself being tied down with somebody. You know, this is an opportunity in my life to say I don't have any family. I don't have any really too many friends here. You know, my mom passed away. She lived here in Houston, and I don't really have anything holding me back from going west. So why not go west? It's going to be a little expensive to get out there, you know, that one trip, you know, and the expense of the trip, and then the expense of a down payment on whatever I might move into, you know. And there's like, I don't know, brother. You know, it's just like I'm nervous, but at the same time, I think I really want to just leave. I don't want to be here anymore. I think I'm scared.
I was about to say that you're
scared because I'm doing
afraid.
it alone.
Yeah.
I've always gone out to, you know, I've always moved around with people. I've never moved alone.
Yeah.
I've always had like, you know, a fiance or a girlfriend or something that wanted to move with me from one place to the other for a change of scenery. This time it's actually about me, which makes me nervous. But at the same time, it's like if you don't take this opportunity now,
you're gonna miss out on a great opportunity. There might be
or I could get a job here and be stuck here doing that job and be like, man, I should have gone.
Me.
You know?
Those what ifs.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of frightened by the industries out there. They're very big and they don't mess around, and it's like there's a lot of competition, you know? So.
But you've been there, you've been around the block, you know the industry. I mean, you're sitting here telling me all this stuff that I have no idea about. Yeah. You know that industry, you know that. I mean, it's just you're afraid that it's been too long that you haven't been.
Well, look at that phone call. Look at that phone call with Ron Jeremy. That's a perfect example. I mean, I'm an over-analyst. I've already thought about all this stuff. Are they going to remember me when I go out there? You know?
Yeah.
He remembered me. He said it. Oh, yeah, Mark, finally he said it. You know, but he's old. He's, you know.
Yeah, sitting there, he's thinking, you know,
I
mean, he's famous. There's thousands of people, hundreds of people.
I think it's impressive that I can call him.
Yeah.
I got his number from him.
And he actually answered.
And he answered the phone and did recognize who I am, because I think that's a step. I do recall a time when he told me he would do an interview for AdultTalentRegistry.com when it was around for free, because it was a good thing. I mean, ATR was my bread and butter, and I never charged for it. I had over 4,000 registered members. Had I charged for that, I would have probably made a lot of money and been happy, and you know, but I never felt like it was ready. And then you know, stuff in life happened, changes happened. I ended up leaving in LA, got very depressed. I mean, I had a woman I cared about very much, and I forgot about me, and it became all about her, which I guess at the time I didn't mind too much, but now that I look back on it, I forgot about me, and she forgot about me. So now what do? I guess I should try to remember me. Here's that analyst kicking in. You see me? I'm speaking it like it's rolling through my brain, you know, like a ticker tape. But I don't know, man. I mean, you only live once.
Yeah, true.
That's how I look at it. You know,
you live every day.
Yeah, you do live every day.
You die once.
Right.
You die once, but you live every day.
Yeah, but am I really living life to its fullest every day like this? Because I'm not.
You've done stuff that I'm sitting here like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Right. There's more you can do.
But
there's
that's not
more.
me now, right now. See,
so is that the fear? Is that what you're afraid of? Like trying to go backwards?
Well, I feel like I'm very secluded right now. I spend a lot of time by myself. That's
a bad thing, I know.
I've spent a lot of time sleeping. I'm very depressed. I don't know if I'm depressed. Maybe I'm depressed in the moment. Maybe it's more like a manic depression, because sometimes I'm depressed, sometimes I'm not at all. But like, I don't feel like I want to go out and mingle with people for some reason. And maybe it's because it's this place. Maybe because I haven't done it in years. And I mean, I don't really know. My life is different. I feel like maybe because I'm getting old. I don't know, bro. I walk around this town and I see a bunch of young people. This is Austin. It's full of a bunch of young, eclectic people that are staring at their phone too much to even want to strike up a conversation with anybody, much less show an interest. Yeah. And it boggles my mind, you know? It's not, there's no social interaction in this town, I feel like. And I feel like if I go out, I either see people that are older than me 20 years or younger than me 20 years. I don't feel like I fit in here as a middle-aged man, single man. Yeah. I've gone to a couple clubs just to try to meet women and socialize, just to see what an Austinite girl is about. And it's very difficult because they're either with their crowd and they don't even want to break away from the crowd. And if you dare intrude on that little crowd, you're like a weirdo because of all the weird pound Me Too stuff going on, especially nowadays. The guys are like, everybody's afraid of men. It's like, this is a horrible society. We shouldn't be a bit, you know, this is turning. What happens when you're afraid of something for so long? They become angry because they're tired of being afraid of, you know, and it's like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, everybody's afraid. They didn't want to see him, and he became repressed and angry.
Yeah.
You know, men are going to become that way because they're being socially unaccepted because of society. Women are, you know, empowered, and they're not. The men are just falling. It's like, you know, working in the titty bar business, man. You're just that guy. Nobody needs you here. Yeah. Nobody even wants you here. Why are you here? You know, where, you know, it's just, you feel like a loser. You're a male. It's hard. You know, I've got so many opinions on that, man. I wish I could be female sometimes.
Why is that? Like,
if I was a beautiful
attention?
Well, no, because I could make a hustle. I could go strip, make a couple $1,000s in a week, a couple nights, and be okay.
It's just like I
can have a social life.
It's just like I tell a lot of girls that used to come, new girls that used to come to the club, and they would talk to me. Some of them start off as waitresses, and they'll be like, "What do you think? You think I should dance? This and that."
Graduate.
Exactly. I tell a lot
Hooters
of
girls, graduate.
I said, first of all, I don't even know why you're here.
Yeah, why are you testing the waters as a waitress? That's what you're doing.
Yeah, well, you know, they become dancers or whatever. But I mean, why are you here? Go get an education. Oh, I want to make fast money. Really, fast money? I mean, you know, I tell them too. This place can eat you up alive if you let it. And a lot of these girls, they let it because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it.
I like it. I like the lifestyle. I like fast money, but I don't spend it. I save it. You can give me $1,000. I'm gonna have that in the bank. I might spend $50 to $100 out of that to celebrate because I just made $1,000, but it's in the bank.
But also these girls, and I tell them, you know, how long do you think you're gonna be able to do this? You know what I mean? How long do you think you're gonna?
Well, that's what they should say.
You get older and older, and you're just doing this because you want fast money right there to buy a new car or to buy nice clothes or to get your new Louis Vuitton bag or new iPhone or whatever.
And here and now.
When you hit 30 or 40 or plus, do you see any 30-something-year-old women up here? I mean, there might be one or two, but how long do you think that's going to last?
I can tell you right now, I've seen it. I've worked in the titty bar business. You know, I don't know what else to call it. Titty bar, you know, the gentleman's club business. Fuck, I don't know, but titties. I've worked in the titty bar business for off and on through 20 years at least, man. I've worked in clubs in Houston. I've worked in clubs at Vegas. Worked here in Austin with you. You know, I mean, and I've seen it change a whole hell of a lot. I mean, the girls. The industry is not geared towards entertainment anymore.
No.
It's geared towards lap dances. I mean, it's geared towards men coming in the club to get a quick get off, you know, for $80 or $100, whatever, you know, put their hands on a hot chick. I mean, you don't even see guys sitting at the stage anymore. Yeah. You know, there's not about the girls. They're not, I don't feel like most of the girls nowadays are true entertainers.